Please go ahead. Yeah.
Hello, I am Mutasam, I'm Palestinian, and I have a question for Professor Halper. My experience when I speak about Palestine and about the conflict, I feel that the Germans say it's you speak from one side. Now I have the same question for you. From one side, I hear it also from some people here. Maybe you speak from one side. Can you answer?
What's the question?
Well, it's like I said before. I don't believe in a both sides kind of a discussion. I think that this whole idea that you have to be balanced is ridiculous. You know, you're never balanced, and this is what professors should tell students. Is that because sometimes I get professors that get up at universities and say, this presentation wasn't good because it wasn't balanced. It was one-sided. And I say, you're a professor and you say that? You know there's no such thing as a balanced, objective presentation. I think even in mathematics, you know, you get the most technical things in chemistry. You have different approaches, different schools. Even in mathematics, you can't present anything objectively. So that you know, that's at the university you should be learning critical thinking. And critical thinking means that I can listen to someone, or I can read a book, and I can make my own judgment. You know, okay, maybe I don't know enough. I want to read another book. Maybe I do want to read something that balances, so I hear what the other, because of course you should hear as much as you can. But in the end, you have to make a judgment. And what we're asking is that you make a moral judgment, that you make a rational judgment, that you make a judgment especially based on human rights. Because it's very hard to argue with human rights. Human rights are universal. They're agreed upon by the international community. Israel itself has signed on to the major human rights covenants. So Israel is also committed to human rights, supposedly. So you have a basis for making a decision. And if you say in the end, like I do, and I live in Israel, I'm Jewish, I live in Israel, but still I can get to a point of saying, my people are wrong. And the policies are wrong. And this, but not just to say that, and this is why. Here's the map, here are some facts, here's my analysis. So if you don't agree with my analysis, that's fine. But you can't ignore the map. You can't ignore the facts. And you have a responsibility, not just to say, I don't agree with you, you know, it's not balanced, and that's it. No, you have to say to me, I don't agree with you because, and give me an alternative analysis. And that's fine. So that don't accept, and that's one of the big problems here, is that shuts down the debate. Because all the time you get people saying, this is not balanced, it's one-sided, and those are the people that don't have an alternative analysis, and that's all they can say. So as students especially, don't fall for
that. I very much agree with what Jeff said. I put one aspect of it a little bit differently and say that what's important in this kind of situation is not balance, but truth-telling. In other words, the obligation of inquiry is to try to tell the truth as well as you can tell it. And because the truth is not symmetrical, and particularly in this setting, then the call for balance is actually a way of deflecting focus on the reality of these maps. And Israel is very clever for instance, when I was appointed special rapporteur, they attacked me because I was unbalanced. Because anybody that was attentive to the truth would be, in their terms, unbalanced by definition. And so it's a whole way of reflecting the attention from the message to the messenger. And that keeps public opinion confused. And therefore this issue is very important that you raise with your